We are back again, just in time to see some roughhousing.
Yeah, very sorry for the technical difficulties once again. Our Wi-Fi signal's fading in and out. We are back. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to play in this one. The score is still 22-16, what it was at the end of the third quarter, so you haven't missed any action as far as points are concerned. But the action on the floor is getting very physical.
Absolutely, they're getting very chippy.
Yes.
They're playing to win.
Yep. Both teams, their defensive intensity has ratcheted up significantly here in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Both teams extending their half-court defense all the way out to the volleyball line, really forcing the hand of the ball handler, trying to get it out of their hands and into someone favorable, which they can double team.
Read our sponsors again. Tonight's game is presented by the 21st Century Program at New Lexington High School. Call the high school to enroll. Scoreboard is sponsored by 740 Thread Company, a Junction City company, your local expert in custom printed and embroidered apparel, and South 60 Films, us, the official streaming partner of New Lexington Athletics.
5 minutes and 49 seconds to play in this one, and leading rebounder for the Lady Panthers, Caroline Dupler, still on the bench, a little bit of foul trouble. Freshman Peyton Fisher playing some big minutes here in the fourth quarter for the Lady Panthers.
Dupler got those quick early fouls in the first quarter.
Deborah Allen controls. She finds Hannah Roberts, who finds Lydia Huey off to Addie Antonez. And just missed the three-point shot. Hannah Roberts with the offensive board. Back to Addie Antonez. She'll try it again. That one's good. And now the lead up to 9 for the home team, 25-16, 5:22 to play, and this is danger zone for the Lady Panthers.
Yep. You just can't give a shooter like that many open looks.
Peyton Fisher double teamed. We have a timeout by Coach Bo Dupler and the Lady Panthers. They want to talk this over. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. As the traps are coming fast and furious from West Muskingum.
Yes, they are.
Every time they cross midcourt, they try to get you in a corner where they have a sideline to use as a third defender, and then you're pretty much stuck.
Yep, it's great defensive strategy, and it is terrible to play against.
Yeah, if done correctly, it's very, very suffocating and very stressful way to play.
Yep. If you have a player that you're playing against that's good at breaking it, it can lead to easy buckets.
Yep.
But nobody for New Lexington has been able to show that this game.
They've primarily been putting the basketball in the hands of Mackenzie McCoy to kind of run the point.
Yep.
And she'll get it inbounded. Caroline Dupler back in the game for New Lexington. Inbounds to Mackenzie McCoy. Off to Aaliyah Stanley, high left wing. Looking, and she'll get it back to McCoy. Gracie Newland. Higher on the right wing. We are going to have a foul called.
Yep, off-ball foul. Holding.
Looks like it's going to be called on Deborah Allen of the Lady Tornadoes. 13 is going to be the call. That's Lila Johnson on the foul. Just the third team foul committed by West Muskingum here in the quarter. New Lexington yet to commit a foul here in the fourth period, and that may be actually concerning if they need to put West Muskingum at the line.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Mackenzie McCoy, long three, just off the mark. Rebounded by Lydia Huey. Deborah Allen will bring it up for West Muskingum. Trap comes her way. Lila Johnson with the basketball. Off to Huey. Antonez, same spot, just a little bit short. And that's going to be an over-the-back call, I believe, on Lila Johnson.
They kind of sandwiched her.
It's 13, Lila Johnson. Second consecutive foul committed by her.
Just her second of the game, so she's still good.
The fourth team foul.
Third of the game. They were slow to update it on the scoreboard.
The next team foul committed by West Muskingum will put the Lady Panthers in the bonus for the remainder of the game.
Yep.
It's something that could be a factor. Unforced error once again as Caroline Dupler throws the basketball away.
That's kind of been the story of the night. Good defense and unforced errors.
Deborah Allen inbounds the ball to Lydia Huey. Back to Deborah Allen across the timeline. She works it to the middle of the floor. Finds Lila Johnson. She'll come back across the floor. Finds Deborah Allen. She's open for three. That ball's short. It's going to be rebounded, and that's going to put the Panthers at the free throw line. That's going to be 2 free throws from Mackenzie McCoy.
Yeah, as you were talking about the foul situation for the Panthers, maybe not being great because if they need to foul to try to come back, the situation for the Tornadoes is also not great because they could easily come back into this game with free throws if they keep fouling. They have plenty of time to get back in it.
Especially if you're able to score with the clock stops. And McCoy, 25-17 in favor of the home team. One more to come for the junior McCoy. It's up and it is good. 25-18. West Muskingum still leading. And Lila Johnson will bring it up the floor. She gives it off to Lydia Huey. She'll work it to the middle of the floor and off to Addie Antonez. Antonez looking. Dribbles to the middle of the floor and back to Lila Johnson. Tornadoes not in any hurry here. They're going to find a good shot with an 8-point lead. Lydia Huey picks up her dribble. Hannah Roberts way out top. Back to Lila Johnson. They're just kind of running a little 3-man weave.
At this point in the game, you kind of just burn clock in high school basketball.
Lila Johnson will work her way to the basket, and that's up and good. Strong move for the junior. Lead back out to 9 for West Muskingum. Showing a little 3/4 court pressure once again. Mackenzie McCoy has the ball stolen by Lila Johnson. She finds Deborah Allen on the fast break, and that's up and good. That's our first double-digit lead of the night, Marcus, 29-18 in favor of West Muskingum.
Yes, it is, and just a lot of unforced errors like we've been talking about.
Ball nearly stolen once again.
And there it was.
By Lila Johnson, and Addie Antonez comes away with the steal. Quickly up the floor. Huey to Roberts. Hook shot, no good.
It's a good little short hook, but not quite.
Mackenzie McCoy quickly into the front court. She's going to drive baseline. Up and no good. Hannah Roberts on the glass for West Muskingum, and they're going to slow things down. 2.5 minutes to play. Timeout's going to be called by Josh Middleton and the West Muskingum Lady Tornadoes. And this game nip and tuck throughout. And just over the last few minutes here, the Lady Tornadoes have extended the lead into double digits.
Yes, they have. Tonight's game is presented by the 21st Century program at New Lexington High School, called the High School to Enroll. Scoreboard is sponsored by 740 Thread Company, a Junction City company, your local expert in custom printed and embroidered apparel, and South 60 Films, the official streaming partner of New Lexington Athletics.
So now we're in that situation, Marcus, where New Lexington desperately needs to put West M at the free throw line, but they're going to have to commit 5 personal fouls to do that.
Yeah, they're gonna burn off a lot of clock trying to get to that point.
Yeah, just committing fouls is going to take some time because no shot clock here in high school basketball. It's going to be nearly impossible to make up an 11-point deficit in 2.5 minutes without some missed free throws factoring into that.
I wish there was a shot clock in high school basketball.
I do as well. Lydia Huey picks up her dribble. She's in a little bit of trouble. And she gets it off to Deborah Allen, who was fouled by Mackenzie McCoy. Just the first team foul against the Lady Panthers. Sideline out of bounds for West Muskingum. Deborah Allen to inbound.
Laid off about 12 seconds of clock before that foul.
Lydia Huey passes down low to Roberts. Back out to Callie Smith. Around the horn to Addie Antonez. Hannah Roberts out top. She dribbles.
Had an open cutter in the paint.
Callie Smith. Back to Addie Antonez. Swinging some elbows. The ball's stolen.
Great hands.
And that ball is stolen by Chloe Dick and taken coast to coast. That's going to cut into the lead 29-20. Quick timeout by Coach Bo Dupler of the Lady Panthers. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. Probably going to discuss some strategy here in this timeout on how exactly to commit these fouls, because
that's really the only option they have at this point.
Probably, you don't just want to go out and recklessly commit fouls. Go for the steal, be aggressive, and if you don't get it, a foul's okay.
Yep, and they have to do it in a timely manner so they're not burning off 10 seconds for each foul because that'll quickly add up and then the game's over.
And if you're looking to foul somebody and put on the line, pick your poison because the West Muskingum Lady Tornadoes are pretty good at the free throw line.
Yeah, the Lady Panthers are in a tough situation here. Yeah. It's not unwinnable. I've seen bigger comebacks in less time, but it is going to be tough. They have to play nearly perfectly to pull this win out.
So it'll be West Muskingum basketball, and they're going to have to go the length of the floor, and now the Lady Panthers showing some full court pressure here, Marcus.
Yep.
Nothing left. Can't leave anything in the cupboard. All the way down the floor, Lydia Huey gets behind the defense, but she'll back it out wisely. Going to burn some clock. That could be an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul against Lydia Huey, pushing off against the defender, which was Caroline Dupler.
And that's what you're trying to get with pressure off or pressure defense like that. You're trying to get those turnovers.
Mackenzie McCoy into the front court, over to Gracie Newland. They need to get some offense going quickly. Aaliyah Stanley passes to Caroline Dupler in the corner to Mackenzie McCoy. Back to Gracie Newland. Over to Aaliyah Stanley on the left wing. Chloe Dick now out top. She's dribbling, she spins. She's gonna try to get all the way to the basket. Up and in for Chloe Dick.
That's a tough shot.
What lead was once 11, now it's just 7, 29-22. Full court pressure again by New Lex. Gonna get a blocking foul against Mackenzie McCoy. That's gonna be just the second team foul committed by New Lexington. They can continue to be super aggressive in the passing lanes. Deborah Allen inbounding the ball directly in front of us, guarded by Mackenzie McCoy. Inbounds to Lydia Huey. And that'll be a second consecutive blocking foul against Mackenzie McCoy. Inbound goes to Addie Antonez. She'll bring it in, guarded by Chloe Dick. Hannah Roberts is going to see a double team, and she gets the ball out of her hands to Callie Smith, and that ball's stolen on the pass by Aaliyah Stanley up to Gracie Newland, and that's up and in. 29-24. West Muskingum quickly up the floor. Deborah Allen has a 3-on-2, passes to Hannah Roberts.
She broke that press like I was talking about. Yep. They're not getting the bucket out of it like they could have, but ooh.
Physical foul there. Caroline Dupler and Addie Antonez get tangled up. That's going to be a foul on Dupler. That's her fourth personal foul. Team's third.
Yep.
Or team's fourth, rather. So the next team foul will put the Tornadoes at the line. And this lead was 11 just a moment ago. They've got it down to 5. Inbound to Lila Johnson. She's going to get double teamed, and New Lexington fans wanted a jump ball, but they're going to get a reach-in foul against.
It was close. Could have gone either way.
And that's going to be a reach-in foul on New Lexington. Gracie Newland.
They should be shooting now. Yep.
And it's going to be Lila Johnson at the free throw line, the best free throw shooter on the floor. These are a couple big ones.
She is definitely not the one that you want on the line.
And sits at a 2-possession game right now. She could push this out to a 3-possession game. First one's up and good, 30-24.
Yep, she makes this one, it could be the dagger.
Yeah, this would push it to a 3-possession basketball game.
And it's tough to make up those 3 possessions in 36 seconds in high school.
And it's off the front rim, and it's jump ball is going to be called. And the possession arrow is going to favor the Lady Panthers, so 35 seconds remaining. They need to get this up the floor quickly and find a good shot. Chloe Dick's going to bring it up this time, quickly up the floor. Guarded closely by Lila Johnson.
They need it. I was going to say they need a three. That's a great
She tried
block.
a three, but Lila Johnson rejected that three-point attempt. So made amends for the missed free throw on the other end. And
that's great hand speed to get it from her.
It's a really fluid player.
Yes, she is.
Seems to have just a real good understanding of the game. Lydia Huey at the line for West Muskingum. First one up and good. 31-24 in favor of West Muskingum.
And that'll probably seal the deal for the night.
Second offering from Huey. Is off the rim. Caroline Dupler boards. Mackenzie McCoy up the court for New Lexington. Guarded by Deborah Allen.
Good crossover.
Yep, into the paint, and she gets it up and in.
She's good.
I'll tell you what, the last 5 or 6 possessions, the Lady Panthers have found some space by penetrating to the basket. They probably should have started doing that a little earlier in the game. They were settling for mid-range and outside jumpers a little too much early on.
I don't think they were quite ready for the way they were defending Chloe Dick all game.
Yeah, she's been very quiet in this game. Comes in averaging nearly 18 a game, or nearly 19 a game, and they have done a whale of a job on her. Just 9 points in the game.
She is still one of the leading scorers in the game, but not nearly up to her usual standard. And it's just because they're throwing bodies at her.
They sure are. From the opening tip, that was their defensive game plan, was take the ball out of Chloe Dick's hands, and it was very effective.
Yep. They've done a great job at it. It's just it's tough to overcome that when your best player isn't able to get going like that.
Yeah, they rely on her a lot offensively. 31-26 when we resume here momentarily. Both teams in the bonus. Yeah, 11.7 seconds. 5-point lead for West Muskingum. You just have to get the ball inbounds if you're West Muskingum and force the Lady Panthers to foul you. You don't even have to advance it because there's only 11 seconds left.
Really, they just need to get it in without turning the ball over.
Get the ball inbound successfully, which they're having trouble doing right now. That's going to be a 5-second violation, the one thing you could not do.
That is not what you want.
And
the only thing that worse could have been if New Lex stole it and got a three.
Yes. Yep. You just have to throw that ball in. But now New Lexington with the turnover gets the ball underneath their own basket. No time off the clock. So a 5-point deficit, 11.7 remaining. Into the corner. 3-point up and good.
That's a big shot.
Gracie Newland with a huge three-pointer from the corner. Now we have a different scenario,
yes,
Marcus.
They just need one stop at the baseline, and they can win this game or send it to overtime at least.
31-29.
That's a huge shot.
7.9 seconds remaining. They're going to call it a long two now. They just changed that, Marcus. They say a foot on the line.
That's tough. That's a big shot. They could still. That's the type of shot where if you get it back in her hands, she's hitting the next one.
Yeah, that was a big shot. The Lady Panthers trailed this game 29-18 with about a minute and 20 to go, and they have cut into that deficit and trail now only by 3 points.
Yeah, I said they needed to play nearly perfect, and they have played nearly perfect since I said it.
Yeah, you got the 5-second violation defensively. You get the quick 3-point look and knock it down. You couldn't have drew it up any better.
Yeah.
And 3-point lead. Now, if you're West Muskingum, again, you got to get the ball in bounds and force them to foul you. And all you have to do is you have to make one free throw, one of the 2 free throws to extend this to 4-point lead, and this game is over.
Yep, if New Lex can force another 5-second violation, it could be all she wrote.
Yeah, West Muskingum was in control of this basketball game in the second half, so something they're going to have to clean up is finishing ball games.
Absolutely.
Putting the finishing touches on a good performance because they have really played well, especially defensively here tonight. Deborah Allen's going to be the inbounder for West Muskingum. Man-to-man, full-court pressure.
Coach Dupler asking about the the change of the score.
Lila Johnson gets the inbound, and she's going to be immediately fouled. A second and a half runs off the clock. 6.2 seconds remaining. Lila Johnson's going to take the walk down to the other side of the floor.
She came in hot to get that ball.
Yeah, she did. She wanted the basketball. she definitely wanted it in her hands. She just needs to knock down one of these two, and then don't commit a foul defensively, and you're going to go home a winner tonight. First one is up, and it is good. New Lex has to get up the floor quickly. Mackenzie McCoy pushes it, and she's going to go all the way to the basket, and she's going to run out of time. And that is going to do it for this one, Marcus. The final score, West Muskingum 33, New Lexington 28. And we're going to just step aside momentarily, but we'll be right back to put a finishing wrap on this one.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to West Muskingum High School, where the home team, Lady Tornadoes, come out victorious here in this small school MVL title, or small school division battle. And 33-28 is the final score. And it got interesting down the stretch as West Muskingum was in cruise control in most of the third and fourth quarter until the final minute and a half, where West Muskingum trimmed 8 points off an 11-point lead and cut it to 31-28 at one time. But Lila Johnson sealed the deal from the free throw line for the West Muskingum Tornadoes. And leading scorers on the night for West Muskingum, Addie Antonez led the way with 10. Lila Johnson and Lydia Huey chipped in with 6 points apiece. And for the visiting Panthers, they were led in scoring by Gracie Newlands 10. Chloe Dick chipped in 9, and Mackenzie McCoy with 6. So this was more of a defensive battle here tonight, Marcus.
Yeah, both teams played great defense. A lot of unforced errors, like we talked about, turnovers where there shouldn't have been, a lot of traveling, surprisingly. But I think the real story of the night is that Lila Johnson is cold-blooded.
Yeah, she did. She was just calm, cool, and collected out there. But from the opening tip, the defensive tone was set by West Muskingum by showing their hand. Every time Chloe Dick touched the basketball, at least a second defender, sometimes a third, was immediately there to surround her, and they got the basketball out of her hands successfully most of the night. And in my opinion, that's what led to the victory for West Muskingum.
Yeah, they completely, I won't say completely shut her down. She still had an okay night, just not up to her standard, but they were just throwing so many bodies at her, she could not get going, and the offense wasn't really helping her.
Not at all. So with the win, the Lady Tornadoes moved to 3-3 overall, 2-1 in league play. The Lady Panthers dropped to 4-4 overall, 3-1 in MVL play. But these are the two schools I think to keep an eye on in the small school division, as I have a feeling it's going to be one of these two teams to win the small school division
this year.
I would say so.
Yeah. These are two great teams. They both played very well tonight.
All right, so you want to plug our sponsors one more time?
I'll take our sponsors one more time, and then we'll let you guys go. Tonight's game was presented by the 21st Century program at New Lexington High School. Call the high school to enroll. The scoreboard was sponsored by 740 Thread Company, a Junction City company, your local expert in custom printed and embroidered apparel, and South 60 Films, us, the official streaming partner of New Lexington Athletics.
So that's going to do it for us here from West Muskingum High School tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back a week from tonight at New Lexington for a non-league game. Bishop Watterson travels to New Lexington. I believe tip time's scheduled for 7. Is that correct, Marcus?
7 or 7:30. Okay. I don't remember off the top of my head, but in that range.
So once again, thanks for joining us, and come back and see us